Okay, so let's see if the stream goes quite well, and we will start for sure. Yeah, so apparently this is working. So let's do it. So yeah. So the other day we were doing some stuff here. So we were working on um, you know, pull request. Wait a minute, I have not done this music thing. Okay, now we have some music. 1 second, please, so that I have some background music for myself. Yeah, that's it. I have some background music. So what we did the other day was to add all of these translations and so on. So yes, there was some minor stuff like kernel bug fix. We also fixed this authors and copying that was not working properly, and we added a lot of translations because these were pull requests. Okay, and then there was this fix about the dual sign image that had been lost. So we managed to recover it so that Ubuntu from scratch did work. And yeah, so here we have this pull request set root force ball budget, which is from Thurman. So this is what you might already know, which is the that you could use BTRFS Boolean subroot. This is a work from Thurman. Actually, PetSam started the issue, and Thurman has been working on the wait. Do I have this? Have this open many times. So Thurman has this new pull request where he has managed to make this work. So this is the first thing we are going to fix, and then we will work on another stuff that I'm not sure if I have it right written down somewhere. So this was the shin thing that we fixed. Okay, I hate all of this. Okay, let's click here so that. So this is some stuff that we ran. This is the changes that we did the other day. And yeah, so this is what we did also in order to build everything. But there's nothing about what we need to do in other. But that it's not a problem. So if you update this and you showed so that recently updated, you can see how BTRFS is fixed, although we need to fix it again. We have this stuff to fix for 2024. So this is something that we need to fix right now. So boot Linux from boot partition, which is a lot of work, and then fail when the secure boot cannot copy their EFI files because actually they don't exist. This is something that we need to fix also. And then we will have ended, and we will be able to release this beta, this S3 beta thing. Okay. So let's go on and see what Thurman did, which here are the files, and there's some concern about the tabbing here, that he has done some tabbing here. And another thing that I want to fix is, where is it? Here on the conversation, Thurman has shared some images, and you have this Linux on the right. this should be on the same place. So this is something that I want to fix. Probably these spaces here are too much, and we will see. So let's create a new issue for this, which is going to be 2024. So this is going to be Linux and other OS tabs. And so I can go here. Wait a moment. I can go here. I can edit this or something like that. Maybe this one here. Hopefully he can, as you can see in this image, the current operating system listing is similar to, and then we do these operating systems. Okay, let me see. Operating systems. Then is 134. So it's under the R. So this is Windows. And then is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 Linux. There they should be in the first, in the same, they should be cancel. They should be, they should have the same identity, maybe only 2 spaces instead of 3 spaces for Windows. Some ideas. They should have the same identity. Maybe maybe each one of the operating system should have separation, an empty entry, so that it's easy to select your OS family, or maybe a title if there is any of them. A title if there's any of them. Yeah, that's something. Maybe a title, a family title if there is any of them. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, so now we have this book here. Maybe this book, this issue here, and maybe tabs is going to, this needs to be how do you indented. Yeah, let's put it like that. Okay, so now we have this pull request that we already know. So it's here, self, what? Self assigned this 6 hours ago. I did not do anything of that. Okay, anyway. Exignees suggestion. Okay, that's interesting. In any case, this has a problem with me that this has a lot of spaces here, and that's not right. And the other thing that we have here is this kernel root thing that I'm not sure it's what we are supposed to be having here. So let's see. Maybe it's easier to fix these two commits here. So one of them, yeah, both of them have the CFG root, so that you can test if the subvolt path is okay or not, or something like that. So the question is, do we actually have to change this or not? Because I think I already said this was not right. Set root. Okay, this part. So I'm not sure what he's asking for is the right thing to do. Let me think real quick. So instead of using subbol, he's using subbol path. But then he's comparing to empty. Why would you do that? It's always going to be true that this matches this thing here. I mean, not the first one, but so either it's CFG root, which is the device, okay, or this is a directory because it's a support path. Okay, that makes sense. And then instead of subol, you use subol path. Okay. And then you've got this CFG root thing. Why don't we use this directly down here as I did myself? Why do you want to have this thing? Yeah, there's no need for this. Unless the parenthesis does something that it's not right to do. There's no need to have another variable here just for fun. I mean, okay, let's try to work on this and see what we find, how we do this. So this is def22. Okay. So what the hell have I done in def21? So, okay, yeah. So def21 is whatever. So the first thing I want to do is this min branch hit remote. We have Vermin, but do I have anything related to? Yeah, okay. So I have this stuff. So I found out somewhere how to deal with pull request stuff. Maybe it's documented in the same place. Yeah. So let's find this out just real quick. So GitHub pull request. Um, check out. How do you do this? Yeah, this one here. Hit fetch and hit switch. So let's try to do it. Hit fetch. GitHub origin. ID is whatever. Let me see. Look at that. ID is 115. Let's do it. And then the branch name. Wait a moment, please. Okay, so head branch name. Which is the branch name? So the branch name is this thing here, isn't it? I think. Unless the branch name is whatever. Wait a minute. Whatever name you want to put here. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, it's a new branch. It's a new branch. So this is going to be called again Thermon original pool, and I mean, assuming we can put this thing, and what's the thing? How the hell? this is named. Yeah, I mean it's def. Yeah, let's use the same one. I don't care. Although it's a bit confusing. Now we can do some hit switch, I guess. Yeah, that's it. So now what I'm going to do is, as I did another day, is Thermon CFG's sermons Thermon Dev 20. Let's do this like this, and so we're going to copy the three files he's modifying, which is menus SGD CFG detect. Let's copy it here. Then the other one is CFG extract, and the other one is OS detect. So now we can compare one thing and the other one, and so let's go back to our own branch, which is what this one here. Okay. Yeah, so hit checkout this one here. Nice. So now I can compare stuff and whatever I can copy without too much hassle from one place to another one. So let's start with what the hell is this? Let's start with CFG detect, which seems to be easier to work with. So CFG detect. So let's move this to the right. Maybe we can close all of this translation stuff. So I'm not sure we're going to use it anymore. Okay, so we have CFG detect, and somewhere around line 34 we should have. Okay, so up here we can open. I mean, I will just open from another place. Let me open this in the other screen, just real quick. So this is Thermon Dev, whatever. So look at that. So this one here is Thermon CFG detect from Thermon. Look at that. Here there are two tabs. I do not use tabs. You should not use tabs. Okay. Okay. So first of all, we want to fix this thing here. So it's probably worth having two commits, but you know. And the other one is the CFG extract also. So, and the OS detect thing does not have those slashes missing out. So let's, for now, let's make a commit about this, but I don't discard squashing everything together. I'm not sure about that. So added missing slashes in, or what slashes in CFG detect and CFG extract. Okay, nice. So now let's see the fix for CFG detect for now, which is this one here. Let's see the fix for now, and So one change is the CFT route that he has here that I don't like at all. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just use this like that. So CF root here, and CF root here. There's no need for this because you already see that you are looping on the CFT device in order to do some stuff. And if this is not right, we will try to fix it somehow, I guess. Yeah, that's more or less the idea. I wonder, maybe we are missing here double quotes. Is it something that we have done somewhere else? I'm not sure. Okay, so once we have this, we also need to fix this thing, I guess, like this. Yeah. And now, wait a moment. This is not. We don't have the right thing here. This should be bash, not nahios, because it detects. What's scripting? Bash. Okay, now we can see a bit more some stuff here. Okay, so yeah, anyway, let's focus on this. What more changes do we have? We have the subball path. So instead of subball, he uses subball path because whatever is the reason, he uses subball path. So yeah, I don't care. So let's rename this here real quick. Subball path. Okay, so we have these full variables change here, down here. Okay. So now I'm going to compare these two files. So we're going to compare CFG detect, okay, with the another file that we have here. Have we saved both of them? Yes, we have. Therman dev20 CFG detect thing. Let me compare what's left to be changed so that I understand what the hell I'm doing here. So on the right we have Thurman. Okay, so actually what he's doing here is he's adding CFG device here in this line, which means that then so CFG device, so ball path. Wait a minute. So yeah. So the moment he adds the CFG device on the subball path line, he can maybe test more stuff easily. I'm not sure. And then he checks if this matches the first one, which is that's the volume, or if this is a directory. So the directory think you can only do it if you have CFG device here. Yeah. So, and CFG device here is the same as the other one. Okay. And this is going to be subbolt path. Yeah, subbolt path grouped here instead of CFG device subbolt path, because now subbolt path has everything. Yeah, that's to be expected. So we can copy and paste what we have up, down. So we can copy all of this, if I'm not mistaken, and we will be fine. That's it. So now it's not what Thurman told us to do, because we are using this thing here. We will see if this is a problem or not when, you know, I mean, I don't know if group detect. Do we do anything? Def STT device. So this is a, yeah. So I'm not sure about this. I think this should work the same way. So this is fixed here. So this should be BTRFS fixed sub-ball detection. And this is going to be CFG detect C dot, and then I guess that we will do a we will squash everything into one commit. But for now, we're going to do it like this. So now we need to do exactly the same thing with CFG extract. Or maybe we can copy and paste this and that's it. I mean, actually, so this has been fixed. I mean, actually, it should be the same thing, isn't it? I mean, if you copy and paste all of these, you should be fine, isn't it? Where the hell, CFG? So we should be able to do this like this, if I'm not mistaken. And you know, the only difference is that this is extract entries and here is config file, so it should detect everything the same way. So we should be exactly the same stuff as we have here. You know what I mean? So we should be fine with this. Let's take a look here to see that we have exactly the same thing going on here. It's the same diff, more or less. Yeah, so we can just use that. And now we can say that this is CFG extract. CFG. Okay. Yeah. So now we have the OS detect problem, if you want. I mean problem. It's different. So ball. Didn't we have sub ball before? Yes, but now it's a ball path. Oh my god. Yes, you're not seeing this. I have to understand what the hell do I have here. Kernel root again, same stuff. I don't want to have this stuff so much different than whatever. Okay, so first of all, let's open OS detect from ourselves, which is this one here. Let's move it here to the right. What about group detect? Why don't we have group detect core.emg group2 installation? You're not supposed to have this into a BTRFS. Is that right? Or are you? Uh, let me ask you. Let me ask on the. So I was thinking about another option, which is group detect.cfg. So the question is, are you supposed to have a file in a BTRFS subvolume, or is it something that never happens? So this is this thing here. So which is group installation. Installation. You're supposed to have a core. I mean, what more stuff do we have here? Yeah, maybe I can copy this stuff here to have any of these files. Okay, so let's try and see. Hopefully we can have an answer quite fast. I mean, otherwise this is going to be a problem because I don't want to update this to add this option. I mean, if I knew, I mean, actually book group. Yeah, okay, so group detect. I mean, I could have a link here to whatever makes sense. Maybe dev 20 group detect thing, and that's it. So that we have the latest option, group detect. Yeah, let's make a link here instead of what we have right now. So let's remove this thing and let's just put link. I mean, if you have both group CFG, yeah, I think this also needs to be done here, but we will see later on what we do with all of this. So for now, we were trying to work on OS detect thing. So here we have the original one that we have ourselves. Okay. And then on the top, I'm going to be opening the thermal one. So let's open this and let's ask for the bash stuff so that we have the same colors and everything. And now I can open this comparison here on my second screen, and I will check what the hell is going on here. So the first change, wait, this is 400. Yeah, so it's around here. This is the Linux one. I want to check the Linux. Where's the Linux? Oh, look at that. There's a space here, which we don't have here. Actually, here there are more stuff here, isn't it? Final option tab str xcd flag plat. Oh, that's interesting. So maybe this is always empty or something. Anyways, let's try to do this properly. Um, let me show you. Okay, so here on the top we have Thermon OS Detect with their own changes. So we go here to Linux too. Here you can see how he managed to add some tabs. I don't like tabs, so this is not right. So let me fix this real quick. Something like this, isn't it? And like this. Okay. So this is the first thing we fix on his fix. The second thing that it's obvious is this kernel root that he has added over the place because I don't know, because he thinks it's better to read like this, but I think that the best thing is just using this like that. So kernel root, it's like this and like this. So no need of using kernel root, although later on we will see if it's a good idea or not. What more stuff do we have? So we have Subol is changed into Subol path thing, which I'm going to do right now because that's something. So once you do this Subol path thing, it's not going to work. Yeah, that makes sense. So Subol becomes Subol path. So let's do it. So this is here, and everything here we don't need to touch. This is going to help us to understand what are the changes that he has done. And I think it's more or less time to find out which are the changes, which I guess it's going to be that, you know, that you have this device here, which you didn't have before, and then this Subol path, Subol thing that it's here. according to this. So this line might need some changes, and apparently not. Let's compare this stuff real quick. So we should have a compare here. That way we know what the hell we are doing here. OS detect. Okay, look at that. Oh, what's the problem with this? Why? Okay, he has one more space here for whatever the reason is. Let's fix that so that we don't have that problem. And now, wait, we have this open from before. Let's close. Now we can compare properly. So, what's the difference? So he has changed this into device, which is what we originally this was done with CFG device before, so it's exactly the same thing. Actually, the CFG device thing, did he change anything else? I don't think so. CFG device, yeah, exactly the same thing, but he's not using CSG device, but device. Let's go back here. So then instead of checking for empty, which is not the same empty as here, is checking for device. So if the device exists, if the device is in the device, then yes, please do the test that it's equal to this. Okay, and then if it's something different to device, then check if it's check if the FS type is BTRFS, and that it's a symbol path. It's a directory. This wasn't done like that on CFG detect. So on CFG detect, we are not checking the file system stuff. Why the hell he's checking if we are? Oh, because this is CFG, and then it might be in some volume, and it doesn't need to be in a specific file system in order to this to work. However, if you detect that this is a BTRFS file system, which I guess it's somewhere. Oh, wait a minute. If you detect that this is a BTRFS file system, so if there is a subball path and it doesn't have BTRFS, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is not right. Let me write this down. Let me write this down. Where's the code? Can we do anything like maybe like this? Okay. Let's see what we have here. So if we have a subvolume, look at that. If we have a subvolume that, if we have a subvolume that it is not. Yeah, let's say that this is background. What the hell is this? Another one. This one maybe. Yeah. If we have a subvolume that it is not inside a BTRFS file system, then we do not create any entry because we wouldn't know what kernel parameters to send to the kernel. Okay, wait a minute. Uh, I don't like this. I mean, it's very nice and all of that, but what happens if we have another file system in the future? Hmm. This volume thing. Huh. I mean, so what you are going to do is that you have this volume here, and then you go and say this Linux entry add, which is nice. So this Linux entry add is whatever. And then if this is BTRFS, then we do this stuff here. This is not right. I think we need an option for this instead of what we have here. Because otherwise, I mean, yes, it's nicer if you have this, but yeah. So we need the BTRFS thing. Yeah. So let's do this such a way. Wait a moment. I think we should rework this in such a way that you know that we have the other stuff here. So yeah, I mean the problem is kind of finding out how to do this properly. But so far, yes, I think we are going to fix what Thurman sent us. So do I think both path? Yeah, I mean if it's a bold path, then this is a bold deer. Then probably this is a bold deer instead of a bold path. Although this is a path. Wait a minute. This is not right because look at that. So he has changed boot deer here. So we had boot deer, and now we have boot path. But boot deer was like this because of a reason, and now you have changed this. So this is not right. So it's like he has changed the symbol. I mean, I think his changes were like that. Let me check the actual changes. Do we have here sub boot? Yeah, look at that. Boot deer, boot path. This is not right because you are going to mess with boot deer here, and boot deer is you are messing around with boot deer, which before was here, and then it's no longer there. So this is not right. So there's a bug here with this boot deer stuff. Um, so I think we should fix his stuff so that boot path becomes boot deer again. And this should be quite easy to do. Okay. And now we can compare this again. So now we can see how this is the device. Okay. Device, and it's the same logic that we had before. Okay. And then this device is removed and we are using boot deer instead, which now has the subball path, which has the device. Before we didn't have the device and subball path, and now we have this boot deer stuff here. I mean, actually, what we could do is name this boot path instead of boot deer, and then just change boot deer here so that it's boot path, isn't it? I mean, that way everything is has the same name. Although boot here, is this a directory or is it a path to a directory? Well, that's a very good question. It's probably a path. So if it's a path, what we need to do here is find boot here and just change it into path, but also here, which is what boot deer, boot path. Wait. Yeah, let's look, do like this. But the problem is that, yeah, let's not do this for now. Okay, so my changes are, wait a minute. So the changes are right now the same ones. And there's this check about this symbol path thing. Why the hell has he removed double quotes? Maybe it's the only way to check this properly. Let me check on CFG detect. How do you do? Okay, there's no double quotes. So maybe that's the right way of doing this without double quotes. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, OS detect has double quotes. Okay, let's check this again. So what you do, the other change is this subball thing is using 3. So probably is the right thing to do. Put here 3. So I haven't changed this rep, so it probably is the right thing to do. Because before we have the sub bowl here, and now you have to take it somewhere. So we are going to say that this number 3 is okay. So now we can copy and paste whatever makes sense to us. So we can maybe copy all of this, and there should only be the changes that we have seen in the comparison. So I save all of this, and let's do this. Menus STTOS detect. So yeah, that's more or less what we want to do. So this is OS detect fix volume detection, and now we can work down here. We can say something like, let's do boot dir become boot path. Fix this real quick. And 16. Apparently we have changed more stuff than yeah. So Linux entry add has also this boot path thing, which is number 6. Yeah. Is there anything else that has been changed? No, it doesn't. Okay, yeah, let's use boot path here. Haven't we saved anything? No, we have not. Okay. So, yeah. So this is OS detect, but dir has been renamed to boot path. Okay. So now I want to redo all of this. Now this is working probably well. So the problem that we have here is that the logic is here. The logic is here around what the hell do we do here, okay? And this should not be like that. You know what I mean? I mean, the logic should be the logic. I mean, yes, the logic should be here, but we should be able to check this and this. And that way, how the hell do I do this so that, I mean, I cannot do this like this. I cannot have variables that point to functions. That doesn't make any sense. Unless we have a function that does it for us. Fs type. I mean, we have this fs type thing here. Yeah, maybe that's the right way of doing this. So this ball path thing needs to be a directory for this to work. Otherwise, it's not worth doing any of this. That's not easy to work on. So what I want is to call a function for btrfs and a call for classic entry, depending on this check here. And we could do this check inside of Linux entry add if we wanted to, unless this is a function that you know, tests this for us. Um, hmm. How the hell do we do this without too much hassle? Okay, let's maybe work with this stuff here that we have here. So this for loop ends where here, isn't it? So one approximation would be to just copy and paste this. Okay, so we do it like this. And then we can say this is classic. Okay, so this is classic. You do whatever you want to do, which is this device, and is this a ball path device? I mean, if it's a device, we know that it's a device. Yeah, I mean, this is not needed. Um, so this is going to check if this is a device or not. And then the only thing that you want to do is yeah, so this if test is a device thing, it's nonsense. So this is something that you would remove. Okay, and then you would put everything to the right and remove these two lines. So this is a bold path, which is no longer a bold path but something else, which is probably device or whatever. So this device here has this both path, and then we check everything here. Okay, and this is device. I mean, don't we have a for device loop somewhere else? Yeah, you probably want to change to check what the hell do we had before all of this. Maybe we can go to main branch. I mean master branch right now, and maybe there is something that OS detect. Maybe we use something else. Maybe there's no loop here. Where's OS detect? It's 500 something. Let's see. Set root device for file in. Oh, so apparently we used set root device without too much thinking about it. Yeah. As you can see, the for loop is here because this is done here. Ha ha ha. Okay, so Do we have anything before Linux entry extract boot dir variable? The question is, how the hell was this done before? Can we reuse set root device? Yeah. Linux init rd loop file. Let's do this again. 500. Set root device. So yeah. So apparently we did the set root device trick so that this, yeah, this was not a good idea. Menus SGD OS detect. So here we should have Linux entry add, which had been added here, and then we use it. Okay, let's see how the hell do we use it here. 500 something. Okay, something similar at Linux multi-symbol. Maybe here we have something that makes sense. No, we don't have anything. But we can use this device here with parentheses, and it's the same thing, which I think we could do here. It's a bold path. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, because here you have the boot. The boot is always there, which is device, boot path. So this is a lot of bullshit. So this device here, it's only once, and it's this bold path thing that I'm going to replace. Okay, and then this should be like this. So everything is /boot. This file here, it's not, I mean, the kernel file, yeah. So this file here is actually, you can take everything here, which is device boot, and you could put it here, device boot, and device boot, and we should have something similar. What the hell is this? We should have something similar to what we have here, but with the device, which is the right thing to do so that it's easier to do. So 1, 2, 3. Why the hell do we have 4 here? What's wrong? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we only have 3 and then the do stuff. Yeah, so this is what we want to have. So this for loop from the outside, we want to remove it. And this one here, and we also want to remove this boot path, which is no longer needed, although it's used here. So actually what you want to do is just use this thing here, which is boot path thing. Okay, so the boot path is this thing here. There's no need to have a variable because of the boot path stuff. I mean, I don't think it's something. So here on the top, we have the classic Linux entry. Okay. So let's check everything and we are fine here. You know what I mean? So here there is something different, which is okay. Now that we have checked normal stuff, let's check this subvolume stuff. And so the first thing you would do is you no longer loop with the pies. You loop with whatever this is. Okay. So there's no need to check for this. Okay. You need to check for this stuff, which is that the file system is btrfs and this is actually a directory. So it means that this is actually a volume or something like that. I'm not sure about that. Okay. And then you have the boot path and whatever not, which it makes sense to put it here. Okay. So fs type is btrfs and this is the boot path. However, okay, so this is a loop. This was not a device was not a loop, but this is a loop, so I cannot remove it. And then you check if it's a directory. I don't know why this needs to be a directory, but it's check if it's a directory. And then you do all of this stuff. But this is btrfs, okay? So Linux btrfs. So this is the difference. Linux btrfs entry add btrfs and btrfs entry add. Okay. And this needs to be done in several steps because otherwise, I mean, this is not going to work right now. So this is Linux file system refactor, Linux file system detection refactor. Number one. Okay, so here what we do is we have two different loops. Okay, then the next thing we can do is just copy and paste the Linux stuff, which we are going to open here. So it's this one here. So we have the Linux stuff, which needs to be copy and paste. Okay, so that we have. So the idea is to copy and paste this so that, I mean, not this. Wait a moment. This is not right. We want to copy and paste all of the Linux entry add thing here. Okay, so I mean, this is one approach of doing this. So this is Linux btrfs entry add. Okay, btrfs entry add. That's the first thing we want to do. We duplicate this so that we have another one. Okay, so we have this btrfs thing. So now I'm going to work on the classic one, which is what we have here. Okay, and basically what we do is just, I mean, if this is the classic one that we have here, there's no need to test for this bullshit. So we just run Linux So we run this Linux like this, and we can remove this stuff. So we have Linux with this kernel option, and that's it. There's no need to do anything else, okay? So now we can add this, and this is the refactor number 3. Okay. And now we're going to work with the BTRFS entry, which we are going to do something here, which is going to be, instead of doing this, we're going to just add the subvolume, because we have already checked that subvolume is different than empty, because we want a directory, so this should not be empty. You know what I mean? So this one is the one we want to keep, and here we want to remove all of this. That way you have a way of doing this properly. I mean, we could have a function depending on the type, if this is BTRFS or not. Then you go to the Linux kernel options function for BTRFS stuff. But I think this is the right way of doing this. So now we can say that we have refactored this. Okay. And now we should be able to remove this space here if it's done like... I mean, why the hell the Windows have... Why the Windows has something different here? Okay. Yeah, so we have managed to do this. So now we have a refactor here so that it's better. So, so that way, if in the future there's another file system that needs some other root flags, you can do it without too much hassle. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's too much of... So this is Linux. And this should also be... I mean, actually, this should be... I mean, we do the regex thing everywhere. I mean, I'm not sure. Yeah, we should probably do this like this, because I mean, this Linux... a Linux regular file system, and this is going to be regular file system, and this is going to be BTRFS volumes. BTRFS volumes. So why? Because you have this check here, okay? Otherwise, you wouldn't do that. So if there's anything else, we can do this here. And now we can do something like this so that it's more or less the same stuff. So regular file systems, and this is BTRFS volumes. And that's it. That's it. Okay, so recovery, single, whatever. So we can add this and say that this is a refactor. Okay, so on this, I need to test this thing. Uh, Wait a minute, please. Live. Okay, so what the hell we were doing? So the idea is that we have done this refactor. So before doing rebasing and everything, maybe we should be testing this. And now I'm not very sure how the hell did we do this. So mm, maybe we are supposed to check out this thing, dev22 here. Yeah, fetch and check out. And then we just do this. S3 beta 1. S3 beta 1. I mean, I put whatever name I want to put here, isn't it? Releases. This talker, what the hell is this found in? I'm not sure about that. So this is releases. So this was the beta 3. And we had something about def. This is taking the S3 beta 1 releases directory. I mean, actually, releases. I mean, actually, I don't mind if this is built again over this because we already have S3 beta 3 or whatever. So I don't think this is a problem. So we should be testing this, isn't it? Let's see. So this is created, but this is not the actual directory that I use for publishing because it's already copied somewhere else. So now I should be able to test this thanks to dev BIOS dev thing, which is this thing here, isn't it? Although I don't want serial. Now that I think about this. Wait a moment. I mean, there's serial somewhere, but I don't know why. So it's number 2. Didn't I ask serial? Why isn't there any serial? That's interesting. Anyway, doesn't matter. S3 beta 3, it makes sense. How the hell are we going to find out? So if we have the right stuff here. So ms does one boot group SSG menus. Wait. Yeah, the menus are directly here. OS detect. Can't wait. Oh, it's maybe can't tell. Yeah, oh, look at that. BTRFS entry. So we are in the right place. So I'm not going to be able to test everything, but at least Linux stuff that now it's okay. Look at that. Now we have the Linux stuff here. And I guess that this is working. So I have recovery single and so on. Actually, we could put the recovery single stuff in another place because this bothers too much to me. Why would you put recovery single same place? UFI boot required and so on. And this is too much on the right. So he has operating systems. Doesn't have exactly the same length as we have here. So let's say that this boots as always, and that's the way that I'm going to test it. Yes, this works as always. So we are fine with all of this. Ask, and then we shut down this stuff. Okay, so this was a success. Although the problem that we have here, as you go of dev22, is that we have a lot of commits. I'm not sure. Should we have everything in one single commit or what? Boost detect, BTRFS, fix volume. Okay, let's put these 3 commits together. This one not, and then let's put all of this together, because otherwise it's too many commits for what the hell we are actually doing here. So this should be that we want to do stuff from here. So this is going to be dev23. In any case, let's push dev22 into whatever. It have origin and 20 s3 dev22. Let's push this out of the way so that anyone who wants can use it. And yeah, so let's check out uh, whatever this is. Here you are. This commit, it's going to be 203 def 23. And now let me cherry pick everything. I mean, wait a moment. We have this thing about 20s2 def 21 to def 23 to yeah, like this. So let's do this once again. So this is whatever starts by commit, then print whatever is the second one, then you do the tag thing so that it's the other way around, and then you can I mean, actually I don't want to do the very first one. I mean, I mean, if I know the first one is B1, I should be able. If I know that the first one I want to have here is B1, maybe I can avoid having. Wait a minute. What's going on here? B1. Why is this the other way around? Yeah, it's the other way around because I am missing the tag thing, isn't it? Okay, so now we should start from B1, which is not right. They are. Yeah, I mean, this is very strange. Okay, so now we have the B1, which is the one I want to be cherry picking on, and then the rest of it. So this is the way I want to do this, actually. So I want to cherry pick everything from here. Let's do it. That's it. So now here I should have, look at this. So here we have def 21, def 23, and here there is another one, which is the one that we are going to rebase properly. So this is like, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's say that this is 10. Okay, so this 3 ones here needs to be the same one, isn't it? But there has been renamed, and then we refactor here. Linux volume detection refactor. Linux file system volume. Okay, so we can remove everything here. So fixed sub-ball detection probably. And this is Linux file system refactor thing. I mean, do we want this to be file system detection refactor as volume file system? Yeah, it's file system. So now we have everything rewritten. So let's take a look and see how the hell does this work. So this is the slashes that were missing here. So we have added them. Then there's this thing about the volume detection, which now has a ball path and uses CFG device in one way, one place here with Subol and so on. Boot dir gets renamed into boot path, and then everything ensues, which is you have the usual Linux entry add, and then you have the Linux BTRFS entry add, which is like this with this root flags stuff. Then when this is detected, we have the regular file systems here with the device stuff, which is used here, or you have the Subol path, which is done like this. Yeah, so instead of everything here, you have the BTRFS entry add. So that's it. And then if we compare 22 and like this, I always manage to do this not in the right way. We compare exactly the same thing. So now we should be able to push this stuff here. And now we can work with def24. So the first thing I want to fix is this thing about so maybe we should be closing therm and stuff so that we are not getting confused. So I want to fix this space thing. But the problem that I have here is that there's this Windows stuff that it's there. You know what I mean? Get EFI, so OXX entry add, Linux entry add. Okay. So here we have this space here with Linux, but I have seen Windows somewhere. This is Windows. Why the hell is this SGT flag plat thing? What the hell is this? Flag plat. What the hell is that? What does flag plat actually mean here? Yeah, maybe we don't need. Oh, UEFI boot required. BIOS boot required. So that's a thing that it's. Wait. Wait a minute. UEFI boot required. BIOS boot required. Wait a minute. How the hell does this work? So if this is an EFI platform, it tells you that you need EFI for Windows to boot, otherwise flag platform Windows BIOS. Yeah, because these are BIOS stuff. Okay, so there's no need to have this in Linux. Yeah, that's right. There's no need to have this in Windows. You know. And these EFIs are here. So there's no need to have this. This can be both in EFI or Windows with this. So, yeah, and the other thing I wanted to do is the recovery stuff. Wait a moment, please. Okay, so um, what we have here is, uh, yeah, I was thinking about this recovery stuff, but the thing is that there's no need to for this to be fixed. I mean, the fixed, I don't know how to talk. So the Linux stuff does not need this stuff here. So Linux should be like that and like that. Okay, so now, so let me see. Menus, stdos detect. And this is, we want to remove whatever it is. And remove extra space. And now we can amend this so that we can say something like fixes this new bug that we have here. That, I mean, yeah, maybe it's Andre. Yeah, let's say that this is fixes this, even if it's fixes this, even if it's not actually what we want to do, because here, I mean, what you have, what we have said here is that uh, um, this flag plug thing. I want to see final option tab str stuff. Where the hell is this done properly here? How much is it? Wait a minute. How much is it about this? Binary file matches. Where the hell is this fine? Here, look at that. Final option tab. It's quite long, the sign. Man, this is under the R. This is something quite interesting because he has this under the R, and I don't have this under the R. So, wait. Uh, do we have to build this again? Probably, isn't it? I mean, this is def 23, or is it 24? Okay, let's fetch 24 and let's check out 24. Let's build this real quick so that we can test it. I mean, for what we wanted to do, there was no need to build anything, but you know. Now we can do this like this. Press ask number 2. So if I detect and show everything, this is under the R, and under the R, and this is also under the R. So the question is, do we actually need to have operating systems? So I guess that this matches yeah, I mean, we could actually UFI boot required. Maybe we could do UFI boot only instead of required or something like that. Here we are missing on this Windows stuff. We are missing, I mean, EFI stuff. We are missing some stuff here. So everything here has their own, their own prefix. Entries from, entries from, entries from. There's nothing there. Yeah. Maybe I don't want operating systems to be so big, so you need to have two instead of one. Return to main menu. So you do both manually, and you can select. Yeah, here you can see how operating systems is to the right, because that's how both manually is done here. So operating systems, when this finishes, you have all of this. What the hell? Yeah, the slash boot stuff. Look at this. Well, there was this thing which was class that helped us to put everything together or something like that. Maybe we can use that to put the recovery stuff in one place. But I'm not sure about that. Menu entry class. What the hell are we going to be able to find this? Menu entry class. Menu entry class. Yeah, that's it. Restricted hotkey ID. Group menu entries into classes. Trying to them in the zone. Okay, so wait a minute. So we could have icons and stuff here. We could have a theme or something. Maybe use any number of time to group menu entries into classes. Menu themes may display classes. I mean, we could try it and see what happens. Theme file class. Do we have anything related to class here? Group default class. Um, The icon is selected based on the classes specified for menu entry. We have class. I mean, I don't want to have any problem with colors, so I'm not going to have any to group menu entry into classes. I think having classes might be a good thing, so that I don't have to do everything, you know. Although it might not be a good thing. I mean, my intuition tells me that if I use class, everything that it's in the same class, it's shown together. You know what I mean? So that means if I put everything to the recovery class, it's going to be in the same place. Recovery, recovery, recovery. But that's not something that I want the group to do uh, together. I want to have control about the order. So that's not a good thing to do. So I prefer to do it myself. So yeah. The problem is that did I have here regular file system thing. Maybe I can put this on the top so that because this recovery stuff, how the hell do I call this exactly on the Linux stuff? Do we have? Yeah, this is called kernel option. So maybe I can look at the kernel option here, and that's it. You know what I mean? Because this is a kernel option is local, so we shouldn't have a problem with that. So yes, that's what I'm going to do here, so that I am. So this is going to be for kernel option in empty recovery and single do. We do this like this, and then we have a done here, and let's move everything to the right. Now we should be using kernel option here, and that's it. So kernel option here, and also wait, kernel option, kernel option. I mean, you can have more stuff about this, but and kernel option here, and we can remove this. We could actually put everything into one place, one big place, as it was before, so that you know, it's not so. There's no need to have three, so there's no need to do any of this. Recovery and single. And another thing that it's the order on which this is on which these kernels are being found here. You know what I mean? So maybe this could be changed in such a way that the order is the other way around. I'm not sure about that. So let's do this for now, which is this is group different Linux entries, kernel options, basic kernel options, basic kernel options. Basic kernel options. Basic kernel options. Basic kernel options. Basic kernels. Group Linux entries by basic kernel options. Yeah, I mean, we could add the file so that the commit is properly done. Okay, so now here we should pull. How the hell do you pull this thing here? Pull origin dev24 thing. Build everything. This should be ended so that we don't have any problem here. Now that it's built, let's just run this. Press ask number 2. So now this does not work because we are stupid. What the hell have we done wrong here? Let me see. Kernel option in whatever. Okay, let me check the latest commit. Maybe I have done something wrong here. Dev24. So, this is not easy to debug because I have done this in one single commit. And in any case, let's take a look down here. Done fee, done fee. I think that the for loop is not right, but I have no idea about that. So in theory, where the hell is this kernel option? So this for loop is this for, okay. This for is this one. This done is for this one. And this done is for whatever loop we have up here. Wait on. I mean, in theory, what we have done is that this done was what you had before. Okay, so according to this for is this done, but this is not in the right place. This should be on the right, isn't it? And that's concerning. I mean, this is not so difficult to do. Why? Let's undo this, maybe. Okay. Yeah, I think we have not added. I think we have not added a done. So down here we have a done, which is for this sub path thing. And I don't think we have added a done for. So let's go back to future. Okay, there's a done there. So this done here is, what the hell is this feed thing? Yeah, that's not right. This done should be here, just after the records should be here. So that's what's wrong in all of this. So let's go to the very future. And this done from here should be before the, wait, this F is this F here. It should be here. I mean, not here, but here. Do done. Okay. Let me check real quick. What the hell have we done here? Hit diff. What? We haven't done anything? Yeah, so this done that it's here should be here, and it should match whatever, which is this for loop here. And then you are free to, I mean, this should be here then. I mean, this fee here is whatever we had upwards. That's right. Okay, that's why sometimes it's better to do stuff. So you can see how it's done, Argentina, then it's the other way around. Then it's up, and now it's, this done was below the if, and now it's up below the if. That's what we want to do. So menus, SGDOS detect, and let's amend this. And now here we can reset hat one of this, pull again, rebuild everything again. Let's close this, and let's run this again to see if we have managed to do this properly. That's why it's better sometimes to make more commits than, where do I have, press ask. I wasn't able to do this. Is this going to work or not? Okay, look at that. Oh, so it's by device. So you have kernels by device, then recovery, then single, and then again. I'm not sure I want this behavior. Because now, I mean, yes, if you know that the GPT-3 thing here, so before this, you had every kernel with the recovery stuff, and now that's not right, because the way I want to do this is with devices. So I want a loop before devices. You know what I mean? So somewhere we are looping devices here, run option. So this is devices here. And then you do whatever you want to do. And then there's the Linux stuff. Maybe we should work with this again. So loop the devices again twice. Run option. Then get the device. Then undo all of this. So there's no need to check for Linux stuff. So this is why we have this elif stuff here, because there's no need to check for all of this. So what the hell? So if we put the loop here, with different staff. We're going to loop with all of this. We don't want staff to do it. We don't want staff several times here. And I mean, yes, so we are working with devices. Hmm. Serial, whatever. Oh my god, it wasn't fast enough. So, number two, let's do this again. I mean, maybe not this one, but only the operating system ones. I mean, the operating system ones, I want to slash them into various pods. Actually, that might help me to have a recovery staff if I want to. That way, we wouldn't have the recovery staff here in one place. That might be a way of doing this without doing this, because otherwise this is not okay. Huh. Yeah, I mean, the operating system stuff is there because so both manually we have the operating systems, but we could have more stuff like the EFI stuff and so on. But the thing is that the way this is done, if something has been found, there's no need to check for more stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure about that. How the hell would you do this such a way that it doesn't take an eternity to load everything? You know what I mean? Because otherwise you're going to be looping everything for each one of the stuff that you want to check here, and that's not something that you want to do. You know what I mean? That's not something that you want to do. So maybe we should surrender and or maybe the class thing would help us somehow. Because right now, hmm, right now, what we have here is something. Okay. Let me see one thing. So, because now I'm seeing how everything would work with this, with that option that I want to have some, first. I mean, if I want to group, wait, I don't have this inside. So number two. So operating systems. So what I wanted to do is once you find out something, which is here, once you have the partition, so you could have a partition with more stuff than I cannot put everything with a class or whatever. I cannot have a unless it's the very first one that they have the Linux stuff and then the EFI stuff. That's not very nice because you do the loop again and again. You know what I mean? So if it's the first time that you're going to do Linux, then you put the label about Linux. This is not something that it's going to work with, you know. I don't know what to do here because I wanted all of the recoveries in one place so that you can have a label that says that this is the recovery. But if you want to do it like that, you need to have a you have to have this loop thing that loops for everything, and UFI put required. I mean, would they actually say UFI boot require with all of this? That's very, very, very confusing to me, all of this. Because right now we have, let's try to write this down because otherwise. So this is, we have a subvolume that it's not inside the BitKRFS file system. We don't create anything, but we don't care because we have refactored this. So, let me see. So right now, what we have is a loop of devices. Okay, so we have device 1, device 2, device 3. And then inside of this, we have Windows. If Windows, any new entry. Else, elif, BSD, you know, many entries Windows. And this is what we have right now. Menu entry Linux. And I mean BSD. And then this is Linux and Linux. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't want to save this. So what I actually want to do is the other way around, which is process Windows and then loop this. Process BSD and then loop this again. And process Linux and loop this again. I mean, we could do something that removes devices to be processes from here. Maybe if it's a Windows, we could Windows device. We could remove its device from devices to detect. which would be a local variable. So that we don't have to wait so much for the loops. Yeah, because otherwise you are looping too much here. So how do you remove a we should have a function that removes this, and that's it. So let's check the Windows stuff or whatever. Yeah, let's do Windows and that's it. I mean, actually, right now, I'm not sure how all of this is done. So first of all, we check Windows, apparently. Yeah, and the what? I mean, this could maybe be done with regex so that we don't have so many lines here. I'm not sure. Okay, so if this is true, then wait a minute. Why are there two different direct boot? Is this something that we have here? Or is this something that we are missing here? We are missing to see because it's not exactly what. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me check Windows. Oh, we don't have Windows in this system. So there's no way that I can test this properly without Windows. But yeah, so the idea is that this is just a function. And this function, okay, I think I must go. This function returns or modifies somehow a variable that, this should be a function, and this modifies the variable about what we want, what the devices that you want to search for, so that you have less stuff here. I mean, actually, the function could return text with the. I mean, can you return stuff with this stuff? I'm not sure about that. Yeah, you can return numbers, so probably you can also return some stuff too. So you have the function. I mean, not the function, but yeah. So you have the prod Windows function, and if it works, then you can. Okay, if this exists, whatever. If this exists, whatever. Maybe we should put this onto the Mac OS stuff, and the Mac OS does the loop. You know what I mean? And checks for this because yeah. And once we have this properly done, we can remove this stuff from here and have it in the other stuff, so that you can search for Fritos. You know what I mean? If this is a kernel.sys, I mean, yeah, this could be a smart Windows or something like that. Yeah, so this kernel.sy thing. So first of all, check for boot MGR, then NTLDR, and then there's this win and so on. I mean, these windows can be another stuff. Command.com is MS2, MS-DOS. Yeah, we should be able to do this with these if statements with whatever device. So the device needs to be returned somehow in such a way that, yeah, we need some functions for this. So we need some functions, and then you return whatever it tells you. I mean, once you have the device, once you call the function, you can remove it because it's Windows. We can do all of the logic here. And that's what we want to do here, actually. Yeah. So if we detect a Windows device, then the Windows entry is called, and that a specific device is removed from devices to detect. Wait a moment. Yeah, which is looped every time. Which is looped. No, that's not right. So my question is process Windows loop. So what we do here is if device, if Windows. So if Windows detected, no. You cannot detect Windows if you don't know the device that you want to do. So unless there are, okay. For all devices, okay. For, I mean, end device in all devices do, whatever, okay. If Windows detected, then and then you have if end device is end device in I mean, if end device bash thing, currently we have markdown for this because whatever. Okay, so if for end device, so if end device is in detected devices to detect, then if Windows detected, then Windows entry, whatever, menu entry Windows, and then remove end device from devices to detect. And yeah, so this is what you want to do. So you loop all of the devices, and then you can say something like devices to detect just before doing anything. It's going to be all devices. Okay, that's it. So devices to detect becomes all devices. Okay, so for every one of the devices, you loop all devices. Then you check that it's still devices to detect, that it's still there. Then if you detect Windows, you add the Windows entry, and then you remove this. So this depends on the OS and order, you know, and that's it. That's it. That's what you are supposed to be doing. That way we keep this is you know, this is the same speed, and yeah, this is the same speed, and then we will be able, and also we will be able to do specific uh Windows menus. No, I mean, yes or not. Windows section by looping again and again. So this the first time you have these devices. Okay, I need to go, by the way. Have I pushed 24? No, I haven't, because I'm not sure what the hell I'm doing with 24. Remove extra space. That doesn't. I don't care. We don't push this. This has been pushed. This is what I want them to fix to test. So here you have the devices to detect these all devices. Okay, and then this is BST detected, and then you can say that this is menu entry BSD, you know, and that way it's Windows BSD something something, and we can put a fucking uh, if it's the first time we detect the Windows, and we don't care looping all of these devices. I mean, it's not all devices. This is all devices here. Uh, wait a minute. If device is in devices to detect. I mean, this is devices to detect here. Now we are going to implement it like this, but the thing is that you only do this only once. Only done once. Okay. So let's put it here, something like this should have something. Haven't I mentioned this somewhere? Yeah, because I haven't pushed this. So let's say where's the branch, and I will end this. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Branches. Dev 23. Sorry, wait a minute, please. Wait a minute, please. Okay, I must end here. Where the hell is Dev 23? Dev 23. Uh, please test. I cannot produce. I cannot release a beta for now. Okay, so thank you very much. Bye.